Hello, today I will be doing a video on American Skin. A black father gets revenge against the cop that murdered his son by breaking into a police station and holding everyone hostage. I like Nate Parker. Ever since his first movie came out about Nat Turner in 2016, I stuck up for him when the media tried to make him seem like a rapist and was the cause for a white supremacist female's suicide. A few weeks ago, I saw a trailer for his newest movie, American Skin, and my jaw hit the floor when I saw what it was about. I was so excited, and knowing that this was from the same guy who made a movie about Nat Turner and killing white supremacists unapologetically, I was pumped. After renting and watching the movie, it was clear that Nate Parker is trying to get in good graces with Hollywood again and revive his career. To me, this movie is more like an apology for the Nat Turner movie and the witch hunt that surrounded Nate. It's advertised as pro-black empowerment and revenge, but really it caters to white folks, which shocked the hell out of me. I thought Django Unchained was more empowering than this, and I hated that movie because it was exploitive and degrading. But at least Jamie Foxx got even with the white supremacist that terrorized him and his wife. This is going to be a spoiler review. The film starts off great. It's very honest. It doesn't hold back and has a great message about why should black people take the higher road while everyone else gets to fight fire with fire. Black people constantly being pressured to turn the other cheek and how it's bullshit. And whenever a character is confronted with this logic, it's never met with a straight answer, which speaks volumes about how illogical it is to turn the other cheek when you're met with violence in the first place. The acting is phenomenal from everyone. You feel the character's pain. Even the actors playing the racist cops were excellent. They're hardcore racist, but not in a cartoony way. It's very realistic. It was very inspiring because it makes me want to tap into my emotions and become a better actor myself. I would say up until 40 minutes in, the movie is unapologetically black. No people of color talk, no black and brown, no minorities. It's very black. Even when one coonish character tries to make it seem about class, they get corrected very quickly. And I was like, hell yeah, you better tell them. The movie starts to decline when we get to the police station, and it's so freaking annoying. Latino, Latina, la 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 la. Nonsense starts coming in full force. There's one scene where the gunmen release some of the prisoners, and the camera focuses on one Mexican prisoner. And from then on, I knew the bullshit was coming. I was thinking, oh no, oh God, no, 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 please no. And to my dismay, it was no longer black issues being addressed, it was black and brown. It was a black and brown coalition. The longer the movie went, the more I started to think that Nate Parker was trying to get his career back and get in good graces with Whiteywood. Also, I knew he was married to a white woman before this movie came out, which made me side eye just a bit, but I ignored it because I liked his late movie. And he seemed to be pro-black despite who he was with, so I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And after watching this, it reinforced my belief that you, as a black person, cannot be pro-black and in an interracial relationship. You cannot be 100% honest about anti-black racism, white supremacy, and sleep with the enemy, because you're going to sabotage yourself and the message you're sending. It's going to warp your mindset, and you're going to start prioritizing white acceptance, which is what Nate Parker is doing. During the movie, these race soldiers who pose as cops are babbling about black on black crime. I wished the black characters would have called them out when they tried to justify harming black people because of rap music. Black people were harmed before rap. So what was the excuse then? What was the excuse for slavery and Jim Crow? Rap music wasn't around then. That's like the easiest argument to debunk, and none of them did so. And it was very frustrating to watch. Going back to this fool, I didn't like him. Even at the end, I didn't like him. He said he wasn't sure if race was the deciding factor in the son getting murdered, when the race soldier clearly stated in his own words that he stopped the car because they were black. What an idiot. At the end, he's supposed to have redeemed himself by changing his thinking, but I still didn't like him. The message I got at the end was how black people should show our humanity and be the bigger person, and maybe cops will look at them differently. The problem with that is that in real life, a race soldier at the end of the day is still going to be a race soldier, even if you save their life. You can't change a white person's mind and make them see you differently. It doesn't work that way. There is no coalition where black people and cops can bond and see eye to eye. The movie is just all over the place. The racist cop kept lying and saying he didn't mean to shoot, but clearly he did and shot the kid in the back twice. All the white characters were lying through their teeth. They were on code, and the movie never calls them out on it. Instead, it's played like these whites truly believe the cop's life was in danger, and like the cop really did think there was a gun. Cops lie like this to justify these murders, and it's never called out. Instead, the cop is played off like he's just ignorant and poorly trained, and a victim of his own bias. After rewatching the ending, I've come to the conclusion that maybe Nate's character knew he was going to get shot while still having his hands up to prove a point. Maybe he never warmed up to the race soldier, and this wasn't about getting revenge per se, but to send a message that even when you turn the other cheek and surrender, you'll still get shot with your hands up. Maybe someone who watches this can chime in. If that is the message, it's going to fall on deaf ears, because white supremacists around the globe are still going to justify his shooting because of the hostage situation. They'll justify your murder if your license is expired, or if they can't pin something on you, they'll go after your great-granddad for not paying child support to justify you getting harmed. I would have preferred a good old-fashioned revenge flick, although I did like the last couple of minutes where whites were disregarding the reasons why the hostage situation started and disposing of black bodies, while in the same breath praising black bodies when it suits them, like in sports. This is the way the media in real life controls the narrative, which is why black people need to keep on top of stories like this and take control of our own narration. I give this a 3 out of 10 because I did like the beginning, but the middle and end was BS. I was waiting to see these racist bastards get what's coming to them because they were talking so much shit and nothing happens. And again, I didn't like Django Unchained, but at least we got something out of that. Even 12 Years a Slave, we saw the black guy whip the white man. It didn't last that long, but it was something. In this movie, not a damn thing happens. All the white cops get is tied up and a finger wagging. They don't get slapped, kicked, hit, nothing. It was basically a therapy session for Nate's character. Just attention seeking. I mean, your life is over at this point. Why not do your son a favor and get revenge on the guy that took your child away from you?
Blow that two-timing mother's brains out.
Why all this babbling? Ugh, it was just very disheartening. I'm done.